Thank you, Your Honor, for allowing me this time to talk.
Welcome. Would you please state your full name and could you spell it for the record?
My name is Katie Ann Wright, KATIEANNWRIGHT.
Okay.
Daunte Wright is my son, my baby boy. And I say is and not was because he will always be my son. And I'm proud to say that. I have had many, many sleepless nights and days contemplating how and what I was going to say today. I have to be the voice for myself, my family, my community, but most of all, I have to be the voice of my son, Daunte. Your Honor, I hope the defendant is listening as I speak loud and clear today. And yes, I refer to her as defendant because I will not give her the respect of calling her by her name. She referred to Daunte over and over again as the driver, as if killing him wasn't enough to dehumanize him. She never once said his name. And for that, I'll never be able to forgive you. And I'll never be able to forgive you for what you've stolen from us. I hope you're listening and don't mistake any of my words because we can't afford the defendant to make any more mistakes. His name is Daunte Demetrius Wright. Let me tell you what you've stolen from us. Daunte was born October 27th, 2000 at 9:25 a.m., one of the happiest days of our lives. My husband named him after Daunte Culpepper because he loved the Vikings and knew our son was a star from the moment we looked into his eyes. He played way too much and he joked a lot. Even when he'd get on my nerves, I couldn't stay mad at him because Daunte's goofy laugh. Daunte loved hard, loved his family, friends, and his son. Daunte's smile was genuine and big, just like his dreams. You took this. You took his future, what he could have been, and it was so many things. April 11th was the worst day of my life. A police officer who was supposed to serve and protect took so much away from us. She took our baby boy with a single gunshot through his heart. She shattered mine. My life and my world will never, ever be the same. And I often replay that phone call in my head over and over again. And I blame myself because I should have told him that I shouldn't have told him it was going to be all right. I told him he was going to be okay. And just to find out a few minutes later, he wasn't. A police officer that took an oath to serve and protect for 26 years. But not on this day. On this day, she did not protect. She failed Daunte, our family, and our community. She did not render aid to Daunte, Elena, or the elderly couple that was in the vehicle. His car was held at gunpoint for over 5 minutes while my son bled out in the driver's seat. The last memories of Daunte's life is now watching him being shot over and over again. Seeing his lifeless body pulled and dragged onto a grassy spot where they left him on the ground for hours as people all over the world watched. I had to cry from behind a caution tape. I couldn't go to be with him. My motherly instincts was to go, to hold him, to caress him, kiss him. And even in my mind in that moment, I wanted to save him. Another opportunity that was stolen from me. She left our world with so much darkness and heartache. The best way that I can explain it is what I feel every day since Daunte was killed is comparing it to a sinking feeling that a mother gets when she turns around and realizes her kid is missing in a grocery store and you can't see him, feel him, touch him, know if he's scared, safe, okay. She took a grandson, brother, uncle, cousin, friend. She took a son from his father, a son from his mother, but most of all, she took a father from his son. Daunte was only 20 years old. He had so much life ahead of him. The defendant left us with memories and a picture. I have to grieve in public. The whole world sees my crying face, and it's plastered all over. My shattered heart has been on display for almost a year now, and I have to live in this nightmare, watching my son shot and killed over and over again. The defendant will be here to watch her sons marry, have children, buy a house, start a family. For me, every day, I could only hope to wake up and see Daunte walk through the door and watch him play with his son, mess with his sisters, laugh with his brothers. A hope that's never gonna come true. Your Honor, I'm asking you to hold the defendant to the highest accountability. She was a person of authority who betrayed her badge. Not only when she shot Daunte, but when she rolled around on the ground crying for herself. I'm going to prison. I shot a boy. Call Chuck, her union rep. When she should have fact said, please go save him. How is he doing? Is he okay? Please help him. She didn't even try, Your Honor. She didn't try to save him. You should have done better. When it comes to trial, I was there every single day. My heart wanted to see remorse, sadness in her eyes. I wanted to see her mouth the words, I'm sorry. But she sat there with such entitlement and privilege. She never once looked at us passing through the hallways every day. As she sat on the stand, not at all, no eye contact, nothing. Then she finally said, I'm sorry it happened. Those are her exact words. That was coming after a break, Your Honor, that the defendant had time to be coached on how to gain some sort of sympathy from the jury, but not me. I can't give the defendant sympathy. Your Honor, I'm stuck with 3 questions I ask myself. How do you show remorse when you're smiling in your mugshot after being sentenced to manslaughter, after taking my son's life? How do you say you're sorry with no tears? How much time is my son's life worth? I know here today the defendant and her attorney, they're gonna tell the court how sorry she is. Her family may even give victim impact statements, and afterwards, both the defendant and her family will be able to talk, hear each other's voices, hug, kiss, say I love you as her husband did on sentencing on verdict day. Eventually, her sentence will be fulfilled, and she will have her whole family to be with her at dinners and holidays. Again, another thing that has been stolen from me. Please keep in mind the impact this has caused her family and herself is just a small passing. It's just a small storm that's gonna pass compared to our life sentence without Daunte. Daunte Demetrius Wright, I will continue to fight in your name until driving while black is no longer a death sentence. I'm proud to be your mom, and I love you, Daunte. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mrs. Wright. And Mr.
Katie Wright speaking to the court during the sentencing hearing of Kim Potter. We'll slip at a break here and get you back into the courtroom right after this. Welcome back to Court TV Live. Day 5 of testimony in the movie Popcorn Murder trial is pushing ahead with the defense case presenting this morning. You can watch that on courttv.com, but we want to take you back to Minnesota. The sentencing hearing is underway for former police officer Kim Potter. She was convicted, you remember, in December of first and second degree manslaughter. Potter says she mistakenly drew her gun instead of her taser when she fatally shot Daunte Wright. We just heard emotional testimony, victim impact statements from Wright's mother. Now his father is making a statement. Let's go back to court.
I'm kind of nervous though, but I'm Aubrey Wright, Daunte's father. I want to start by telling you what Daunte meant to me. Daunte meant the world to me. He was my son, made out of the unconditional love that me and his mother have for each other. Daunte was every man's dream. My first child with my wife, and he was a boy. I was so proud to be his father. He was handsome. He was my son. He was my prince. Daunte was my reason. He was my reason to do better. He was my reason to change in life. A father's love is so powerful and deep, it's hard for me to put it into words. But I need you to hear me when I say I love my son with all my heart. I've been there for his first steps, his first words, first day of school. All basketball games, the birth of his son. It hurts my heart that Daunte will not have these memories with his son, Daunte Jr. Daunte Jr. will only remember his dad from the stories and memories that we tell. They only had a very short year together. Because of Kim's recklessness, Daunte was my go-to guy, my helper around the house. People will say he was funny like me, he looked like me, he was cool like me. I would watch Daunte as he slept for many years, thinking, wondering how his future would be and what he would become. And I would kiss and hug him, and he would not like me to do that, obviously, but I would do it anyway. And I would always tell him that no matter what, I got you. From the day he was born until April 11th, I had him. I was always there for my son. Daunte's life was cut short by Kim Potter, who claims she thought she had a taser. She pointed her gun into my chest, into my son's chest, and pulled the trigger, not only killing Daunte by damaging his heart to the point of unrepairable, she also damaged my whole family's heart. Nothing will ever be the same. Everything we do as a family ends in tears, because all we have is memories left of our son. What should be happy times turns into sadness. Kim Potter was trained to prevent this thing from ever, to prevent this type of thing from ever happening. She was a police officer longer than my son was alive. I asked that Kim Potter be held accountable and that the maximum sentence be applied, which is incomparable to the life sentence we have been given because her negligence. My son Daunte's life was taken away way too soon, and he's never coming back. It affected my whole family. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think Dominic Bryant Will you please come forward? And please state your full name and spell it.
Damick Bryant, Damik Bryant. First, I want to start off by saying my name is Damick Bryant. I am the oldest child out of my parents' 7 kids. On April 11th, he was killed by the same people we were supposed to trust, who were supposed to serve and protect our community. He was killed by someone who was on the force longer than any of my parents' children have been alive, who was a field training officer at that. We know the charges are manslaughter, but we believe what happened to Daunte was murder. When I got that call about Daunte, I couldn't believe it. I fell to the ground in pain that no one should have to go through. It was the hardest time of our life. We lost a very special person, so I write this letter to you, Daunte Demetrius Wright. We miss you more than ever. Our lives aren't normal anymore. I think about you every day. I lost not only my best friend, but my baby brother. I would remember when we would play games when we were young, and you would get mad if you lost, and you would start crying and turn red in the face because you didn't win. I remember when me, you, Dad, and everybody used to go fishing, and we would argue over who was going to catch the biggest fish. Everything was a competition between us boys. Now we won't be able to compete with each other anymore. I won't be able to see you get old. I won't be able to hear your voice change. I won't be able to tell you I love you one last time. I think about this stuff every day. You were stripped away from us. This has been the longest, most alone, miserable times of our life. We never felt the pain like this. We lost a very important piece to our family. I promise I will never give up fighting for you because that's what big brothers do. So I wrote this little poem I have. Your memory is my keepsake. We'll never be apart. God has you in his keeping, but we'll have you in our heart. You never said I'm leaving. You never said a goodbye. You were gone before we knew it, and only God knows why. There has been a million times that we needed you, and a million times we cried. If our love could have saved you, you never would have died. In life, I love you dearly. In death, I love you still. In our hearts, you hold a place that no one could ever feel. It broke our heart to lose you, but you didn't go alone, for part of us was with you when God called you home. I promised to my family that I would take care of everybody, including our siblings, Dallas, Destiny, Diamond, Monica, Marcus, and of course your baby Daunte Jr. I cannot express how painful it was for our family to see the defendant smiling in her mugshot immediately after being convicted of killing my brother. I respectfully ask the court to give a strong sentence that accounts for the severe pain and loss that our family has experienced. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Rest in peace, Daunte Wright.
Thank you.
Damick Bryant, the older brother of Daunte Wright, giving a victim impact statement. We're going to break in here, go back to Minneapolis for more of the sentencing hearing of Kim Potter when we return here on Court TV. Stay with us.
Retired.
Welcome back to Court TV Live. The defense is presenting its case in chief in the movie Popcorn Murder trial in Florida. They're actually on the mid-morning break right now. You can watch that trial on courttv.com. We have broken away because in Minnesota this morning, the sentencing hearing is underway for former police officer Kim Potter. We just heard emotional testimony, victim impact statement from Daunte Wright's mother, father, and brother. Now his sister is making a statement. Let's go back into court.
WRIGHT.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Diamond Wright. I am Daunte Wright's second youngest sister. I never thought in a lifetime that I'd be standing here doing this. I never thought that my brother would be killed. Would be killed by the same people we're supposed to feel protected by. I know that the charge is manslaughter, but I believe this should be called murder. Ever since my brother was killed, my heart's been shattered, and the only thing that's putting it back together is the memories we shared. I feel like I've been living in a complete nightmare. It got so bad to where the point I couldn't sleep. I stopped eating and even got depressed. The death of a loved one is not only an emotional pain, but also a physical pain.
The defendant should be prosecuted and sentenced to the highest extent. You can't tell me this was an accident. It's in plain sight. She has been a police officer longer than my brother has been alive. How come I have to go see my brother in a metal container just to talk to him? How come I have to pray that my brother hears me cry out to him? How come my family has to groan and moan about the loss of a loved one just because the defendant's actions were reckless? Daunte was my brother, my blood, someone who was supposed to grow old with me. How is it that I'm going to see the age of 21 and he didn't? He didn't get to experience the life he was supposed to. Watch his kids grow and watch his kids and parents grow old. Not many of you know Daunte, and I couldn't care less on what anyone else thinks of him. You don't know him. He could light up a whole stadium with his smile and laugh. I miss him stealing food when my mom was cooking at family functions. I miss when he would play fight with me and my little sister. I miss him, and I would trade anyone in this room to get him back. Everyone just sees this as another black man getting killed by the police, but not us. This one hit home. This time it was one of us. Every day I would walk around and it feels like I'm really not here. It feels like I'm just an empty body taking up space. You took my other half. I remember when Daunte was alive and the George Floyd killing was being discussed a lot. Me, my mom, and Daunte were having a talk, saying just maybe we have enough white in us for us not to be a threat to the police. We were wrong. We have repeatedly seen that one hint of black in our skin makes us a target. This is sickening. I miss you, Daunte. I miss your smile, your laugh, the way you twirled your hair when you were nervous or thinking about something. I miss when you used to come upstairs just to talk stuff and then run back down. You were a great big brother. You taught your sisters how to be tough, how to listen, and how to calm down when we were upset. You really did your big brother role well. I love you, Daunte, and you will always be in my heart until we meet again. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Diamond Wright, the sister of Daunte Wright. Before her brother addressed the court, and before her parents addressed the court, and all of the members of the Wright family this morning who have talked to Judge Chu and to Kim Potter, let's be honest, they shared their pain, a family pain, but then each one had individual stories of their pain. Let's go back in. The next witness addressing the court for the Wright family.
My name is China Whitaker. I am the mother of Daunte's only child, Daunte Wright Jr. Daunte was born 25 weeks premature and had to stay in the NICU for a little over 2 months. During that time, his father and I were very concerned about him making a full recovery. However, by the grace of God, he is still here today. He is now 2 years old, and since April 11, 2021, fatherless. Kim Potter took my son's best friend away from him, and things haven't been the same since. I am now a single mother, not by choice, by force. My son hasn't seen his dad in almost a year, and I know he doesn't understand what's going on, but he senses his dad being gone. He was used to spending time with his father. Oftentimes, he would stay the night with his dad and have bonding time. That gave me a chance to have a break when I need it. Now I can't even pick up the phone to call him. Due to this situation, my son is a lot more scattered and angry. He acts up a lot more. I now have him in school to learn and socialize with other children to cope during this difficult time in our lives. My child will no longer have the opportunity to spend birthdays or holidays with his dad. Daunte will never get to see his son's first day of preschool, elementary, high school, or college. They didn't even get the chance to play ball or sports together. This is not the way it should be. Every time I look at my son, I'm reminded of what was taken away from him. I show my son pictures and videos of his dad, and his face lights up with the biggest smile, and he says, "Dada." It hurts me because I know if he had the chance to see his dad again, it will fill the hole in his heart that is now there. I can't take the place of his father, neither can any other man. All I can do is hope and pray things get better for us. I now suffer from severe PTSD. Whenever I'm pulled over, I have extreme anxiety. Afraid of making a mistake and something ending up going wrong. I can't watch any movies or videos that have to do with police brutality because it reminds me of Daunte being killed. I got my son a poster of his dad that I keep in his bedroom. Many times I just find him staring at it. My son shouldn't have to wear a rest in peace shirt of his dad. Police are supposed to protect and serve the community. How will my son learn to trust police after what happened to his dad? I don't want my son to grow up afraid of the police or hating them. Nevertheless, it's only fair that Kim Potter be sentenced to the maximum amount of time for executing my son, Daunte Jr.'s father.